Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. We are back again with another one. Pretty much what we're talking about now is Gillie the King pretty much goes off on people because photos were leaked about the rapper TAKEOFF. He's upset about that, and he decided to go off on these particular people. But we're going to examine this from a different way. Because, of course, you know, a lot of times when people do get caught up and they pass away or something like that, it seems like our people, right? They always resort to taking photos, taking out their cell phone. We get it. Yeah, that happens. That happens a lot. But we're living in 2022, right? Social media age, right? Anyway, we're going to talk more about that. Let's get into what Gillie had to say, because it's pretty heated. And we're going to react to this one, find out exactly what's going on with him, to see if his points are valid in this case. Because we hear this happen all the time. People pulling out cell phones and all this other stuff. But what I want to know is, Gillie, with all due respect, why you ain't give TMZ no smoke? Why you ain't coming at the people that were with TAKEOFF? Where's that energy? Why are you worried about people that pull out cell phones and take images? That's the internet. That's never going to stop. Right? But anyway, let's take a listen to what he had to say, and hopefully we can gain some answers to what's going on here. Let's tune this up real quick, because he seems to be very, very heated. Shout out to everybody that's joining in. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. You get into this volume. All right, let's play this tape, hear what he got to say.
Why every time something happened to a rapper or an athlete or an entertainer or anybody of color, the first thing you do is pull your fucking phones out and start recording and post that on the internet, man? You clowns for that, man. Y'all clowns for that, man. The last image a motherfucker want to see is they peoples laying on the ground bleeding the fuck out, man. Be having mamas, kids, grandmamas, uncles, aunties. That's some dumb shit, man. But the first thing y'all do is pull your phone out. Ooh, look at such and such. Man, that shit cool, man. For real, man. You know that nigga just lost his life and you trying to get likes. Tell me how that shit, man. You nigga, you blog sites y'all out of pocket, man. Y'all trying to get clickbait, you just suckers, man. That man laying on the ground, he bleeding out and recording it and posting that on the internet, man. Y'all clowns for that shit. I'm telling you, man. This the reason why I be hating niggas, man. I'm telling you, man. It just be us. I be hating, man.
Now, when we listen to that type of anger that's coming from this brother, it's very apparent that there is a problem with so-called black people. He said he hate. So he's expressing the very anger inside, doing the very same things that I was talking about in my previous video. How a lot of times our people, they don't know how to control their emotions, and they resort to, I guess, lashing out. And I understand, you know, the brother lost his life, and yeah, photos are circulating, but maybe he's seen something that we didn't see. Maybe people were posting video footage. But my thing here is, why all that energy for the people who post photos? But when it comes to the black on black crime, when it comes to speak out against violence amongst our people, you don't get that. You get what I mean? They don't give you that type of energy for that. It's like we know how to direct our energy to people that we really know are in the shadows. But see, with his platform, he can actually do some work in terms of helping the youth, speaking against black on black crime. He can actually get down to the bottom of this. He could actually talk to rappers and really make a difference. But see, he's not doing that. Instead, he's taking the easy way out. It's easy to say, you know, our people are pulling out cameras. Who cares? At the end of the day, see, here on Ringo TV Reactions, we think logically. We don't get into our emotions. We don't start pointing the finger and doing none of that stuff. We look at personal accountability and we look at the real issues. Why Gillie is not talking about Quavo. He's not concerned about what's going on. There's different stories. There's different speculation that has been brought off. But he seems to be angry at people posting photos. I find that to be unacceptable.
Shout out to TAKEOFF, man. Rest in peace, man. Shout out to his family, man. We send our condolences to y'all for $1 million worth of game, man. Shout out to QC. Shout out to P. Shout out to Coach, to Migos, everybody, man. Hold y'all head, man. But y'all niggas stop that shit, man. That shit is not cool, man. Rest in peace, man. TAKEOFF, man. Love you, Neff.
Wonderful speech. You know, you got to commend him for that. Sounds very dramatic, very touching. At the same time, TAKEOFF is still gone. And the photos are still online. So what exactly is all of that going to do? Absolutely nothing. You see, the real problem that we have is that as a community, we really don't have no community. It's just a bunch of hate, a bunch of violence. Nobody's talking about the music industry. Nobody's talking about the blood sacrifices. He's focusing on things that you really have no control over. You see, in this world, and I don't think Gillie understands this, but let me help you out a little bit. In this world, we have something called freedom of press. I'm not sure if you are aware of that, but when you're in a public place, right? Anybody can film anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter how sensitive it is. Everybody have that right. This is America, right? I just want to make you understand that. You might have your morals and values or what you think is proper, but that's how the story gets out. People got to see the actual footage. People got to see images. Now think about this. TMZ had images. I could have put it in my stream, but I didn't, out of respect. You know what I mean? I have that choice. But see, other people, they may not feel that way. They may feel that it's necessary to show the photos so that the people can see exactly what's going on. You understand? But it's not for you to get upset and start flipping out, because the thing that I see here is you're not focused on the real issues. And to me, the real issue is who did this. And that is what you're not focused on, Gillie. You're directing your anger and frustration for the death of TAKEOFF on people taking photos, which is rather petty. What you're supposed to be doing is using your resources, your influence, to get down to what happened, who was involved, who was the men that was there, right? And actually find out, because whoever was there are the ones that was taking these photos. See, you're being rather emotional rather than logical. You're worried about people posting things on the internet. The real question is, who was there that took the video? That's the question. Who was there that took the video? Was it one of the Migos' friends? Was it one of their crew? Maybe they took it. You understand? I'm sure they got video footage of what went down. I'm sure they did. But to get emotional over this issue and come online and start lashing out, talking about, you know, it's always our people and it's always this. No, it's our people who make rap songs talking about killing one another. It's our people talking about death. It's our people that talk about stick 'em up, stick 'em up. It's our people that do that. But I don't see you, Gillie the Kid. I don't see you speaking against men that are posting lyrics of death. You know, rappers that talk about stick 'em up, kill 'em. We at the spot. We in the trap house, selling drugs, hood, gangsta. I don't see you speaking against that. The energy that you're displaying over this issue, to me, is wasted energy, because it's not solving no problems. It's like you're trying to get attention yourself. You said that these particular individuals are posting the images of TAKEOFF because they want clicks and views. Again, I would like to perhaps educate you a little bit about social media. On social media, everything is about clicks and views. That's what social media is all about. I don't know if you know that, but no one comes on social media because they don't want clicks and views. You post your video because you want clicks and views. Could it be that you made your video for clicks and views? Could it be that you are trying to capitalize off of this man's death? What about if we were to assume that about you? What if we assumed that Gillie is trying to capitalize and want clicks and views because he's being emotional, rather than focusing on who did this, how did this happen, where's Quavo, let's talk to the crew. But instead, you're focusing on people posting images. Who cares about that? It's all over the news. Where's your smoke for the news media that put out the images? Where's your smoke for TMZ for putting out the images? Where is that energy? Why is it that you're targeting black people? See, this goes back to what I've been telling you, fam. Our people do not look at nobody else. Gillie is focused on our people. But how do you know it was our people that took the image? You see what I'm saying? You're focused on our people, but you're not going after TMZ. You're not going after none of the news outlets that put out the stories. Why? Why is it so easy to say our people and then you have so much rage? That's the same hate. That's the same toxic poison that I was speaking about in my last stream. How our people are more likely to want to do harm to their own. Now notice Gillie's energy. His energy is proof that if he was near someone that was involved in posting photos or whatever, he's literally displaying the type of anger and venom, showing that he would harm another man over posting an image. You see that? That makes him no different. To have that type of energy because somebody posts a photo, it's unacceptable in social media age. We're in 2022. I don't know where everybody else is. Everybody got cell phones. Everybody's taking photos. Matter of fact, I would go as far as to letting you also know, Gillie, that the very same place where TAKEOFF got shot, their cameras are there. Are you going hard against the people that are filming within the facility that has actual footage? All of that's going to come out too. The investigators are watching photos too. Nobody's thinking about that. You see what I'm saying? So I need for people to really pay attention and understand that I understand the frustration. I understand the morals and the ethics involved, and it's a sensitive situation and nobody wants to see their loved one on the floor. But hey, this is life. Y'all be saying y'all from the streets. Y'all be talking about keeping it real. Well, it's real, right? Let's not sugarcoat. Let's not act like we all sensitive now and sentimental. We from the hood, right? We from the streets, from the gutter, right? Okay. So if this is what you're used to, then what's the point? It's real. It's not like somebody put out a fake story. Now, if I wanted, I could have flooded my videos with photos everywhere, but out of respect, I didn't want that in my video. I figure if you want the photos, you can go see them when you want to. I got raw photos, not photos with blur, with you know, I don't got those. I got raw photos. I did more research. I got stuff that I can't post, even if I wanted to. You know what I mean? So I need for you all to don't get emotional when you see stuff like this, man. We got to look at what went wrong, who's to blame, and why we don't hear no word from Quavo. I'm sure Gillie know and probably have Quavo's number. All these industry cats, they all talk amongst themselves. So why Gillie is not reaching out to Quavo? Have that conversation like, bro, what went wrong, fam? What happened? Talk to me about that. How does happen to nephew, man? You worried about photos on the internet? Come on. Come on. That's normal. That's never gonna stop. People are gonna always pull out their cell phones. You know how the internet works. Let's get over that petty stuff. Let's start to think logical. Who did it? What's the street saying? What's going on? What's the word? Somebody's talking. What's happening? Who did this? Who was in attendance at that bowling alley? Who was there? Y'all got the inside scoop. Y'all in the industry. Y'all know people. We don't. We on the internet. We trying to figure it out. Y'all in a certain circle. Y'all know people. We don't know the people y'all know. You could just pick up the phone and just make a call. Find out what's happening. What's good with it? Who is there? See, you're not talking about that. You're distracting the people with petty stuff to make them get emotional. See, I'm not emotional. I'm not gonna get into all that emotional stuff about pictures and, you know, his body on the floor. We seen many bodies in the hood. We seen bodies everywhere. We used to bodies. When you in the hood, people could get shot. You can hear the gunshots. You don't even jump. Y'all all know what I'm talking about. You in the hood, you walking down the street, you hear gunshots. You don't even care. You don't even duck. You don't even duck. That's how it be. You hear shots, You don't even duck. You just keep talking, keep walking. It ain't nothing. You know why? Because you're used to that. And you know it's not targeted to you because you don't got no beef with nobody. That's another thing. You'll hear gunshots and you ain't ducking and hiding because you know it's not for you. You don't got no drama with nobody. So I want to know where Quavo at. I want to know where the other two cats at that got shot. Where they at? Who that? Because I'm hearing news stories that there was multiple rappers, not just the Migos. Not just the Migos. Nope. It wasn't just Quavo and TAKEOFF. Nope. They weren't the only one. They weren't the only ones there. Some other rappers was there. High profile. Who are they? What are their names? Why were they in attendance? What is their story to this? What they got to say? See, nobody's asking the real questions. Everybody's just being emotional. Let's listen to some more of his emotion and find out.
Why every time something happened to a rapper or athlete or entertainer or anybody of color, the first thing you do is pull your fucking phones out and start recording and post that on the internet, man? You clowns for that, man.
So
y'all clowns for that,
this
man.
doesn't make sense.
The last image a motherfucker want to see is they peoples laying on the ground bleeding the fuck out, man. Be having mamas, kids, grandmamas, uncles, aunties. That's some...
Enough of the emotional stuff, bro. All of that right there is emotional. You're a man. We understand the circumstances. You know what took place. Let's calm it down. Start to look at this thing from a logical standpoint. You're looking for somebody to blame. You're pointing your fingers at the wrong person. I understand you're angry, but you're pointing your finger at the wrong people. It's like you have all this energy for people pulling out phones, but you don't have all that energy for people pulling out guns. Bars. You got all that energy for people that pull out phones, but you have no energy for the people that pull out guns. Let that marinate. You should be talking about who pulled out that gun first. You should be talking about, is it a possibility that TAKEOFF was shot by one of the crew members of the Migos that possibly was armed? Allegedly. You should be talking about that. That should be what you be talking about. Not about cameras and people taking pictures. Because here's the thing, fam. Check it out. When the detectives and everybody show up, and the coroners and everybody else, they're taking pictures, right? You got a problem with them? So let me get this straight. You don't got a problem with them boys, but you got a problem with your people. Do you see the problem here? You don't got a problem with them boys and the investigators and everybody taking pictures and passing it around through emails because, you know, they're investigating the situation. Do you have any smoke for those guys? Are you going to call those guys and say, hey, guys, I understand you're doing the investigation, but you guys are passing around photos of this man, his family, and they're going to be suffering and they're going to be mourning. I don't like that. You don't got no smoke for that. But you're worried about photos on the internet. That's how the internet work. Every rapper that passed away, anybody that is within the vicinity that can see it, they're going to shoot video. That's normal. That's their right. If you were to pass away, most high forbid, somebody will be there to record you. You should be thankful because they may end up recording the person who take you out. It's called news reporting. It's a dirty work, but somebody got to do it. The real question you need to ask about is these stories that are floating around on the internet of Quavo allegedly losing money, rolling dice, and may have possibly created a hostile environment that caused his nephew to get shot. You should be talking about that. Why you're not talking about it? I get it. Because you want to distract the people. You want the people to focus on, you know, we shouldn't be having our cell phones out. We shouldn't be taking no pictures. We shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't be doing that. Nah. We should have our cell phones out, because with those cell phones, that's how we're able to capture the moment. Now, again, I told you already that footage is going to come out soon. Somebody's going to drop that footage soon. We're going to wait. But somebody's going to drop the footage soon. And eventually we're going to see actual footage or aftermath shootings. And we're going to be able to put the pieces together. But the problem that I don't like about this situation is that Gillie is displaying the same type of energy that we as a people keep displaying towards one another. He's ready to harm someone because of photos. So you mean to tell me, Gillie, that with all that rage, you would harm another man and possibly end up in jail for 20 years? Bro, what are you in here for? Well, you know, the rapper TAKEOFF, he got shot. Dudes kept posting it on the internet. I found out who it was. I pulled up, took him out, and that's how I end up here doing 20 years. For photos. So you didn't go after the person that actually did this to him. You went after somebody that posted a photo. So you in this box serving 20 years over a photo because you were angry in your emotions. Nobody's questioning Quavo. Nobody's saying, bro, you know, this is your nephew, like, you know, you're responsible, watching over him. How can this happen? Where was security? Nobody's talking about that. And I can hear some people like, you know, leave Quavo alone. He's hurt, mourning. Listen, he got some talking to do. He got some talking to do, because there is different speculation, different word going around. And if it's true that this man was taken out by friendly fire, he got to answer for that. Some people are talking about this could have been a hit, a setup. I'm even hearing word. And if anybody can confirm this, again, please send the video to my Instagram at Ringo TV Raw on Instagram. Somebody had posted in one of my comment sections that TAKEOFF was planning on leaving the Migos. Is that true? Is that confirmed? Not speculation, not hearsay. Is it true that TAKEOFF was planning or may have planned on leaving the Migos? Is that confirmed, or that's just speculation? Because if it's true, this could be a blood sacrifice, man. You understand? Could you block that person below you, V-Dub, man? Because these people, I don't even know that. Matter of fact, let me make this chat members only, because I try to make these people rock out, but you got a lot of children that be in here. And this is why black people as a whole are destroyed, because we have people within our community that they're like children. So we're going to keep this as members only for the intelligent amongst us. So that'll help you to have less work when it comes to moderating the chat. Some people are just very, very foolish. And it's sad because things like this happen and our people don't learn from it. Why are you here? Why are you watching me for? Obviously, because you want to hear something. So if you're going to be here, it would be good to be respectful. Carry yourself like a man, not emotional. We don't want to be emotional blaming people over photos. That's a waste of energy. That's a waste of space. Let's listen in.
Dumb man. But the first thing y'all do is pull your phone out. Ooh, look at such and such. Man, that's cool, man. For real, man. You know that nigga just lost his life and you trying to get likes.
Yes, he lost his life. That's true. He did lose his life. Just like many people lost their life. But your focus is to distract people to focus on anyone that is sharing anything regarding him as if though they want to get likes. That's what social media is for. Likes, views. That's how stories get out there. That's why we have like buttons. That's why when you go to Instagram, you have a like button. You're coming at this from a distraction point of view. I don't see you talking about the key players involved. You're focused on petty stuff to try to sway the people into becoming more sensitive rather than logical. That's what I see here. Look at the anger on his face. He's more focused on people posting pictures rather than finding out and making some phone calls to see who was in that room. Because somebody in that room took those photos. See, nobody's talking about that. You see? What if one of his own people took the photos? You gonna have a problem with them? Photos went on the internet. It is what it is. That's a part of life. But once again, our people, they don't want to learn anything from this type of stuff. They just want to stay angry all day. All that energy. But there's no talks about who did it. No talks about, yo, I spoke to Quavo. Quavo said that he's going to meet up with me. We're going to talk about what happened. Nobody's talking about that. Yeah, Gillie is doing this for likes. He's doing that for likes. He's doing that for attention. He's just bringing attention to himself. See, this is the danger of social media, is that you can come on social media and say one thing while you're trying to do the same thing. You understand? The internet is all about views and likes. Listen, I don't come online to do live streams because I don't want to get no views. Do you understand me? I don't buy equipment, microphones, and cameras to come online because I don't want to get no views. That doesn't make sense. Gillie came on camera to speak his piece, to get views, to get likes, and to make money. But he's questioning other people. Now, he ain't have to make a video. He could have just made a post with text and just posted up. But no, he want the views. He want the likes. Yeah. So he's guilty by default. You see how easy that was? Okay, now that we got all of that out the way, who shot this man? Let's talk about the real topic. Who shot this man? Nobody don't want to talk? Who shot him? What is the industry saying? All the big shots in the industry that know everybody, what are they saying? What's the word on the street in the industry? What's going on? You mean to tell me you don't got that information, Gillie? You don't got that? You don't got that info yet? Come on. You should be able to get that info faster than me. Right? Go call up Quavo right now. Call him up right now on the phone. Call him up. Ask him what happened. What went wrong? They're saying this on the internet. The streets is talking about this. Rumors are going around. A lot of speculation. What happened at the game? Did you do what the streets are saying? What happened? Yo, I didn't know, man. Yo, I was drinking, man. And yo, one thing led to another. And yo, bro, man, I don't know, man. That's my man. Yo, I don't know what happened. Go find that info. Don't worry about people posting videos and images and all this other stuff. That's petty stuff right there, fam. Very, very petty stuff. Social media is all about likes, clicks, and views, and putting out stories. People want to put the story out to be the first one to put it out. That's the way the internet works. Nobody complain about the news media putting out stories. Why is it that when the white establishment media put out stories about black people, we don't go hard against them? We don't boycott their networks. We don't do anything. We give them a pass. But when we put it out, if a podcaster put out a story, people get mad with him if he's black. If a podcaster posts a picture, you want to crucify him because he's black. But if the news media put out the same picture, you don't got a problem with it. Why? Because he's white. It goes back to what I always said. We hate our own people. Yes, we hate our own people, and we feel more comfortable harming them. We feel justified. We feel like we're doing the world a favor by coming against our own. And that's why he's so angry.
Tell me how that shit, man. You nigga, you blog sites y'all out of pocket, man. Y'all trying to get clickbait, you suckers, man. That man laying on the ground, he bleeding out, and recording it.
The people with the photos are not the ones that put the bullets in them. You're being emotional. We understand the severity of the issue. At the same time, we got to calm down. Calm down. Focus on what really went wrong. It's not about pictures. When you get shot, you're gonna bleed out. That's normal. People get shot every day. In wars, they get shot, they bleed out. Let's not be emotional like we don't know this. His life is no different from the next man in the hood that lost his life and bled out. You understand? The real issue is who did it. Who did it? Was it friendly fire or was it fire from another gun? Why nobody's talking about that? Was it an inside job? Was it a setup? Was it a blood sacrifice? Did Quavo allegedly trigger this situation? What happened? You worried about photos. You ain't call out TMZ. You ain't call out the news media. They're putting out the story. You talking about the last thing a family want to see is their relative bleeding out on the floor. I get it. But at the same time, this situation was created. Who's at fault? That's where your energy's supposed to be. Not on the people that are trying to put a story out. Not on the people trying to get views, because you're trying to get views. You made that rant because you knew it would make people view. Your rant is all over social media now because you want views and you want clicks. Right? You want the attention to yourself. You ain't trying to solve the problem. I'm probably the only content creator on YouTube that's actually making the most sense while talking about this issue. I'm asking the most questions. I ain't hear you ask one question about what went wrong, what happened, who was there. You ain't even talking about it. You worried about people posting pictures. It's crazy.
And posting that on the internet, man. Y'all niggas clowns for that shit.
So they're clowns for that. But yet, the people who pulled out the guns, you don't got no comment. Do you know any of them, Gillie? Do you know the gunmen, allegedly? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true that Quavo allegedly got aggressive with another guy and one of the Migo guys allegedly pulled out a gun and possibly shot TAKEOFF in the head? Do you know the gunman? Oh, I get it. I forgot. The streets, right? We don't talk, right? So let me get this straight. So if you know something, you're not going to talk about it? So if you know one of the guys that did it, you're not going to talk about it, Gillie? Where's that energy? See, this is the hypocrisy of our people. They'll know things, but because it'll affect the bag, because it'll affect relationships in the industry, they can't talk about it. It goes back to the blood sacrifices. You see? Yeah, we as a people, we hate ourselves badly. That's why I keep telling you that if I walk through a white neighborhood, I don't got nothing to worry about. If I walk through a black neighborhood, I got to be concerned for my life. Because it's my own people. Matter of fact, everybody that come to the chat, when the chat is open and they got some sort of weirdo issues, posting foolish comments, all of those people is black people. It's not white people. Nope. White people will watch my video and they'll just lay back in the cut and just kind of just listen in. But Negroes, they got to always say something. This is why we got so many problems. This is why. Because we don't know how to listen. We don't know how to ask questions because we're afraid. We're afraid to step out. We want to be accepted by everyone. And we don't want to take personal accountability for anything. And this is why this guy is in his feelings and emotions, and I get it. But you're putting out all of that energy towards the wrong people and not towards solving the problem, solving the crime. Where is Quavo? Where is he? He need to talk. He need to give answers. This is his nephew. Rather than you coming into public talking about people taking photos, why we don't hear Quavo saying that? Where is Quavo to come into the public saying, yo, man, y'all taking pictures of my fam, and yo, man, don't be putting that on my nephew on the internet, man. Yo, that ain't. If he's not doing that, why are you doing that? Because you want likes and you want views. And you're just using the situation. Do you see how easy it is to uncover your motives? Are you really interested in knowing how this man passed away? Or are you just concerned with your likes and your views? You see that? That is how we uncover the truth. Man, that was so easy to do. So you're just going to worry about who snapped photos. You're not going to ask no questions.
I'm telling you, man. This the reason why I be hating niggas, man. I'm telling you, man. It just be us. I be hating niggas, man.
You see this?
Shout out to TAKEOFF, man. Rest in peace, man. Shout out to his family, man. We send our condolences to y'all for $1 million worth of game, man. Shout out to QC. Shout out to P. Shout out to Coach, the Migos, everybody, man. Hold y'all head, man. But y'all niggas stop that shit.
I noticed you said shout out to the Migos, but you ain't say shout out to Quavo. You shouting out the Migos. You could have just said shout out to Offset, shout out to Quavo, because you know TAKEOFF is gone. You saying shout out to the Migos, you could have said shout out to Quavo. Why you ain't mentioned Quavo name? He was there. You see, this is how they play games in the industry, man. He didn't want to call out his name because he don't want to make it appear as if though he's given any attention to him by questioning what's really going on. See, when you're in that industry, there's certain oaths that you take, and you can't talk about certain things because it involves the rituals, and there's certain penalties for that. This is why a lot of times people stay quiet in the industry and they just kind of let things go by. You understand? They don't talk about it, but they know. People that are in this industry, they know what happened. Is it a problem with our people pulling out cell phones every time some drama take off? I don't see it as a problem. What I find is a problem when our people pull out cell phones is when you have a situation where one of us is possibly in a fight. Let's say, for example, you see a woman, two women fighting. They pulling out knives, and you pull out your phone and you start to film these two women killing each other, right? To me, that's problematic. Under those circumstances, that's a problem. When you see violence taking place and you pull out your cell phone and you're like, wow, yo, that's crazy. Yo, he's beating them up. Yo, wow. And you having a good old time, that's problematic. But in this situation, it's not like people were over TAKEOFF filming him as he's getting shot. Like, yo, that's crazy. What happened, man? Damn, yo. Wow, he got the gun. Yo, he got the gun. Oh, man, yo. No, that's not how it went down. What happened was the aftermath. Because when everything was popping off, people had no time to pull out their damn phone. Maybe somebody caught some footage. I don't know. Is there any footage out there that leaked already? I didn't see it yet. I'm in these streets looking around. I haven't found nothing yet. But if I find something, it's going to go on Patreon. I'll talk about it. But the actual footage, it's going to go on Patreon if it's something that is not YouTube friendly. Because I'm going to report on these stories. All right?
Man, that shit is not cool, man. Rest in peace, man. TAKEOFF, man. Love you, Neff.
Anyway, y'all, we'll get on out of here. Ringo TV Reactions, bringing you another update. what's going on in these streets. These industry cats got to learn how to take personal responsibility by using their platform to talk about real issues, other than looking for people who take photos and all of that petty stuff, and actually use their influence and their platform to look for answers. Start calling out names and start asking real questions. See, they're not going to do that. They are part of that industry. They can't do it. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get on out of here, do what I got to do. It is what it is, fam. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Ringo TV Reactions. Click the notification bell for more content. Make sure you click all for all notifications. And that's about it. Shout out to everybody that joined the membership, everybody that support the show via Cash App, Super Chat. Shout out to the mods, V-Dub man, what's going on? Right? Ringo TV Reactions. I'll catch you all in the next video. We out of here, fam. Peace. We out.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $ Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.